Good morning, all. I hope you slept well. I did. Oh, I had some dreams. Just waking up. And then I'm gonna start getting ready for work. I gotta make my videos certain time frames, But I really just do it whenever I feel up to it. But I do have a couple of messages that I feel like are pretty important. One came to me yesterday, and then one just came to me now. It's so crazy. I've been picking up things here in the last few weeks in reference to conversations that transpire around me or with me. Really, I can see the conversations and where they're created as simplistic or as normalcy, right? But it's hard to explain. It's like, because where I'm at in my walk, I can see conversations transpiring around me to get me to swayed where I stand on certain things. What I believe and how I feel in certain areas, whether it's politically, whether it's economically, whether it's comparison. A lot of people talk to me about their story and their walk. I don't ask, I'll listen and then I'll respond accordingly. But I generally don't pry. I try not to. It's really just none of my business. But a lot of people give a lot of forthcoming information. I just take it in. I'm like, okay, that's been something that's been transpiring for a while now. And I'm like, okay, that's a part of my walk. Just take it in. But yesterday I picked up on quite a bit of stuff in reference to just how people will justify certain actions in their life, and they'll vocalize it in conversation in reference to the excuses that they have in their head. It's interesting to see, truthfully. For example, I work at a department store, corporate America. I don't hold any expectations for it outside of corporate America. I don't expect much, I just don't. It's a dang shame, corporate America, and what corporate greed has turned into in all these stores, period. There's no way around that. I feel that way, you're not going to change it. And what people get paid an hour, what their expectations are on responsibilities, the lack of labor hours that the corporate America provides to get jobs done is unrealistic. That's one thing that frustrates the heck out of me, is we live in a world that creates unrealistic expectations for the employees based off labor hours, based off the responsibilities they want you to carry in 1 hour, based off what they pay you in 1 hour. It's crazy. It does not align. It does not align whatsoever. And it's like, golly, you're just setting yourself up for failure somewhere down the road. It's going to be a slow burn, but I think that's what's happening right now. There's a lot of different entities, there's a lot of different corporations, there's a lot of different businesses in different ways that are meeting their failures because of how they ran their businesses for the last decades. Greedy McGreedy, pockets getting thick, not knowing when to, cushion the salaries and put it back into the company, put it back into the employees, things like that. It's all very much easy in any type of business front, any type of industry, but people get greedy. It's just, it is what it is. I expect it, and I don't judge for it. People are who they are. They live how they live. That has nothing to do with me. And how they justify it in their head and the things that come out of their mouth, that is again on their side. It's like, you don't have to explain it to me. I've not thought twice about it. I can assure you of that. There are times throughout my day where I'm like, whatever, do you, boo-boo? Like, to each to their own, right? So I find myself in these situations, I find myself in these conversations, and I pick up on things, and so there's some times where like my coworkers or people that are like there, they pick up on the same thing. Like, what is that? That's weird. That didn't make no sense. I'm like, yeah, you and me both. And my coworker and I yesterday picked up on something. We could have been wrong, but the transaction itself made not one bit of sense, and it was really weird. And so, in the transaction itself, dealing with the customer on the other side, apologized. They apologized like a trillion times. She kept apologizing. I'm like, you don't have to apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. It's not your fault. Quit apologizing. It's okay. A lot of the times, when people apologize, there's a couple different reasonings. Okay, we've been trained to apologize for things that are not our fault. You can't help that there's technical issues. You can't help that you were shipped the wrong thing. You can't help. These are all things that you did nothing wrong. So don't apologize for them. Okay? Also, though, on the other side of the fence, there's people that do really weird things. Okay? To buck the system. There's a lot of very interesting people in this world that their brain operates in very different ways to buck the system. And so they create different things to make a little extra pennies here and there. I see that too. And then they apologize because they feel bad. For their actions. So they consistently apologize. So, there's two different angles within the apologies. That's where you can kind of read between the lines of things, Don't apologize for something you did nothing wrong. Apologize for things that you did something wrong. Or recognize when something's not adding up. You don't even have to apologize, but you can say just very easily, I'm not sure what's going on here. I think you and I are seeing things completely differently, but it's okay for us to see things different and carry different opinions. We're just not aligned, and it's okay. And so let's both come to the agreement of that and move on from it. Let's not fixate and focus on it. It's not doing either of us any good. Staying fixated on certain things. And so after the transaction completed, my coworker and I were discussing it, not recognizing that the young lady was right on the corner. And I was like, oh, dang it. I kind of have a loud voice sometimes. My tone, I'm working on that. And I was like, oopsie daisy. But I told another coworker, I was like, you know what? I've come to the realization in my walk, like, if you hear things or you pick up on things regarding yourself and you know that they're untrue, through and through, 100%, 150% know that they're untrue. Whatever it is that's transpiring around you and it involves you, it shouldn't bother you. It shouldn't bother you one bit. Sometimes people carry, perceptions or perspectives or their own opinions. That's clear as day. Some people are going to pass judgment because they hear 25% of a story. Some people are going to pass judgment because they're a part of a manufactured story. And so, or a manufactured narration, right? So we've picked up on all these things, right? And so when there's certain things about you transpiring around you and you pick up on it, or things make its way, rumors, whatever, sneers, eyes, gestures, like you pick up on these things, right? And you know that they're untrue in different ways. And until you accept the portions of it that are true, the things that are untrue. So it shouldn't bother you. And that's where I'm at. That's what I told my coworker. I'm like, I've come to the realization in my walk, if things aren't true about me and people don't want to come talk to me about it, I don't stress about it because I know they're untrue. It's not my concern, and that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm not going to worry about things at 9/11 on the clock that are untrue, especially if people can't come physically talk to me about it. It doesn't make logical sense to me. And so I think we need to really start focusing on the things that are true in our life, things that we can change within ourselves, where we can be better people, to help change the system to be better. Clearly, the system's failing in so many different ways. That goes without saying. I mean, we can't avoid that statement, and it is what it is. So what can you do to help change the system for your generations, for your children to come, for your grandchildren to come, for your babies that are being born now? So many babies being born now. I'm like, golly, we need to make this world a better place for them, That should be the utmost importance.